Hi, my name is Albert Clark Castañeda, and this is my segment. It's all about the agents. In this video, we're going to talk about different services and products and trends in the insurance industry. I'll be interviewing insurance professionals and learning more about how we can add value to our agents throughout the state of California and overall throughout the whole entire country. Today I'm extremely honored. I have Julie Brown here from SDI Staffing. And thank you, Julie, for joining us.
You're welcome.
It's really great to have you.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. And Julie's been in the insurance industry for 25 years. She's the president and founder of SDI Staffing. SDI Staffing is a staffing company that focuses in the insurance industry.
Yes.
And one of the great things about Julie is that she's really a pillar in the insurance industry. I would say in San Diego and throughout the state of California. You've served on the board for the IIB San Diego.
Yep.
You've served on the board currently for PWI and SDIP, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So she is definitely a part of the insurance community in San Diego, and I'm really honored to have you here.
Thanks, Albert.
One of the things that, just a really fun fact is in 2003 I moved from Chicago to San Diego, and I was looking to, again, nobody kind of chooses insurance, it kind of falls under your lap sometimes, but I found that the industry was really rewarding and I wanted to continue my insurance path. So when I moved to San Diego, I was looking for an insurance career and I came across SDI Staffing, and I'm really happy to say that SDI Staffing is one of the reasons why I'm in the insurance industry in San Diego. They were able to place me at a great agency. I stayed there for over 4 years, and this was in 2003, so now 16 years later, I'm still in the industry. It's a hard industry to get away from, right?
It is. Thanks.
But one of the things too is, I want to dive into what we're going to talk about today, and I think it's really important for agents to understand, the quality of employees that are out there, what are some of the things that you see. So one of the questions that we had talked about too is, let us know a little bit more about SDI Staffing and, just the role that you play in the insurance community.
Right. Well, SDI Staffing's been doing recruiting for almost 25 years. Before that, I started in the insurance industry when I was in high school. And so me and my team have the industry experience. We understand the lingo. We speak the language. We're in it to find good quality candidates that match your job requirements. So it's really important for us to be not only recruiting but part of this industry. We feel like it's a great industry. I try to tell youth and young people about it. I'm very involved in the OPT program at Grossmont College as well. And the OPT program is an office professional training program, and they have an insurance track.
Oh, perfect.
And it's a great group of candidates for entry-level candidates to come into this industry, and I'm very involved in talking to them about why insurance is important and the career path that you can have in the insurance industry.
That's great. And you also do, because of all your knowledge and experience in the industry, you're also able to advise, right, the candidate in terms of what may be the best agency for them and what could be a fit or not, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're really good at also being a resource, and we also tell candidates and clients that, if you just have questions about, what's going on in the industry, what are salary levels, what should I expect to be paid,
right,
that sort of thing,
right,
or you need help with negotiation with your candidate, or as an employee trying to negotiate something. We try to help people in that respect too. Give them some insight. If you want to get your foot in the door, here's some ideas of how you could do that.
Well, that kind of brings us to the next question is when we're really dealing with agents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Agents have different challenges, right?
Yes.
From whether you're an independent agent or you're a large insurance firm, everybody has some challenges. So what have you seen, because there's been so many changes in the insurance industry today, what are some of the challenges that you're seeing some of our agents are facing?
Well, first of all, aging staff.
Okay, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal right now. You have a lot of staff that has knowledge and industry knowledge from back in the day.
Yes.
And it's perpetuation of that knowledge and finding young staff to take their place as they begin to retirement. So
Correct.
both on the production side as well as the service side.
Okay.
We're seeing a lot of that turnover, people retiring in the next
Right.
5 to 10 years.
Okay.
It's huge. That's
Well,
a number one thing.
I think that really brings up a good point, because we're, one of the things and one of the reasons why I do these videos is really to try to engage with the millennial population, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a great opportunity, and a lot of them don't really consider insurance as a potential career, right?
No, it's not even on their radar.
It's not on their radar.
No.
So that's a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
One of the things we also mentioned is that the hiring process is changing, right?
Yes.
It's moving. And
Yes.
what are some of those changes that you currently see in the industry?
Well, first of all, I think that employers are taking too long to hire.
Okay.
And
okay.
they feel like it's still an employer-driven market
Yes.
when it's really a candidate-driven market.
And
And
the
so,
options.
yes.
Options,
And so
okay.
instead of interviewing candidates like old days, where it's like, tell me why I should hire you.
Right.
They really need to think about why I should work for your agency.
Okay.
And they really need to come up with new marketing ideas and techniques for what's in it for that candidate
Sure.
to come to your agency. Because right now the unemployment rate is so low.
Yes.
I have my pick. If I am an account manager in San Diego, actually in anywhere in California right now, I probably have 3 to 5 agencies that would hire me tomorrow.
Wow.
So
Wow.
why your agency and what's in it for me?
Correct.
And we ask
They can
our
be picky.
clients,
People
they can be picky.
Yeah.
And if you take too long making a decision about that candidate, they're going to get hired elsewhere. They're going to be gone.
Interesting.
They're off the market.
And one of the things I've noticed too is I've noticed a lot of agencies kind of changing their layout, right? Like the cubicles and the
Yeah.
office spaces are much more of an inviting environment, and I think that is probably some of the things that candidates are looking for, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, I think so.
activities.
Yeah.
What is that agency doing?
I think the
within
younger
community?
generation.
They
Yeah.
want to feel like they're a part of something.
Yes,
right?
something more than just work. So they're looking for team environment, they're looking for, charity or social work,
Correct.
something different than just the day-to-day grind. But there's also been studies of the open office space versus the cubicle kind
Correct,
of thing.
right,
And I know
right.
we've struggled with it in our office,
Right,
where it's
right.
like, it is hard
Right.
to
What's
focus.
the right space,
Yeah,
right? What's the right
focus and
space?
do the right thing, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's up in the air
That's
still.
up in the air,
I
okay.
think so. But
Well-
definitely the younger generation are looking for something a little more modern, not old
Yeah.
school, not
Okay.
stodgy old insurance
Right.
office.
Right. Well, and I think that's a good tip for our agents that are out there is to really, kind of take a look at, their operations and what they're offering.
Yes.
Because I think it's important. It's important for our agents to look at that. One of the things too is, we talk about SDI staffing, we talk about what you do, and really, how can the agent really benefit from your services? Because I think it's really important for the agents that are hearing this to understand, your value and how it benefits them.
Okay, so first of all, we are experts in the industry, so we understand what you're saying compared to other staffing and recruiting companies.
Correct.
We are here in California. I know what the traffic patterns are. I
Yes.
know what the issues are with those things.
Yeah.
I know where Mission Valley is compared to Carlsbad.
Yeah, very good.
And then I feel like we can sell your agency. So
Mm-hmm.
our goal is not to just take a job order. Our goal is to take, why is this job open?
Right.
What kind of opportunity is it for the candidate?
Right.
What kind of risks are they working on? What is so enticing
Mm-hmm.
to get someone to consider this job opportunity? Your job ad and a job post doesn't say those things.
Those would say those things.
So our job is to sell your agency to the candidate
Correct.
and screen those candidates to where it's only candidates you're going to meet with are ones that are interested in that opportunity because of what you have to offer besides the job
Besides,
description.
and that's a great point, because I remember when applying for opportunities, and we talked about it, like when you apply for an opportunity, it's an algorithm, and it
Yeah.
may, they're looking at a resume, they're looking at a narrative, they're
Yeah.
looking at, but they really don't get a real sense of who you are as an individual.
Yes.
And I could send you a resume and you can look at a variety of opportunities and say, you know what, Albert, I think you're going to be the best fit for this. And I think that's something that agents really need to look at when they're
Yeah.
looking at hiring people, is understanding what the person has to offer.
Yeah, and we do both. So we can do the both sides. We can go,
Correct.
okay, this is why this candidate is leaving, or this is why they've left their
Right,
jobs,
right.
and this is what's important to them. And then does that match our client
Correct.
and what they're looking for in their next candidate?
Correct.
So we do a little bit of matchmaking.
Matchmaking, yeah.
And it does benefit, because you see a resume, and I see a lot of clients go, oh, they've moved around. I don't even want to see them. I'm like, okay, well, there's a story behind that.
Right.
And
right.
so we can give them the story behind that.
I like that. I think that's something that our agents really need to consider. So Julie, now that we're wrapping this up, and I really want to say thank you for taking the time to do this interview. I think our agents really value this information. But wanted to ask you, so let's go back 25 years, right? And I just graduated from college. I'm attending a job fair, and I see SDI Staffing, and I walk up to you, and you tell me a little bit about what you do, and I look at you and I'd be like, well, why would I choose insurance? What would you tell my 20-year-old self about the industry?
Well, I'll tell you what I told my son. So insurance is can be very rewarding and challenging. There's a lot of opportunities. Right now, the insurance industry is an aging population, and so there's going to be lots of opportunities for future growth and jobs. And it pays well, and it's very recession-proof. You know, I think in 2008 recession, yes, we lost a lot of jobs, but
Sure.
not in every area of insurance. And that was probably the worst I'd seen in insurance industry. But I really think that it's a great job opportunity, and it could be very challenging.
That's awesome. And you know, I've been in it now for 20 years, and you've been in it for longer than that.
Yes.
So I think that just tells you what a great opportunity. And for
Yes.
those young professionals that are out there, I definitely would consider insurance as a career. So first of all, thank you so much for joining me. It's really special to me because you obviously, like I mentioned, you helped me get my first insurance job here in San Diego. So it's really personal to me, and I love what SDI Staffing does. So for the agents out there that are interested in talking to Julie, I want to give you some of her information. So you can reach SDI Staffing and Julie at 619-528-8434. You can also email Julie at sdistaffing.com. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe for my YouTube channel, and you'll learn a little bit more about how to add value to our agents. Thank you.